Hey everyone, Hurricane Liz here. Finally bringing out the video that I promised you guys a long time ago. So for those of you guys that are actually inside of OMG, you'll know a couple months back I was actually on a webinar looking and showing people how to source live and what to look for in products when they're on Amazon.com, products that they intend to source and sell on Amazon. So one of the things that we did is live, we were taking a look at products, and one of the things that I noticed was this fidget cube here. And so for those of you guys that do not know what a fidget cube is, just really quickly, it's a cube that you can use for people that fidget a lot. It's primarily even used in people that have stress, anxiety, attention deficit, autistic kids, all sorts of things that it can be used for to help people kind of keep their mind off of things. So that's what a fidget cube is. Now I saw it lurking around in the top 100 at Amazon. I saw a couple of them and I sort of immediately noticed that they were rather generic. But one of the things that I actually said live, as you can see, they're also listed here on the hot new releases. I said live that it would be something interesting that I would be interested in sourcing as long as it didn't have any patents on it. So I even went into Google Patents, and I could actually go there right now. I searched for Google Patents, not Google Pants. I did not search for Google Pants. I searched for Google Patents. So Google Patents, and then down here, Google Patent search right here. And once I went to the patent search, I'd search for fidget cube. And at the time, I looked through most of these and did not really see anything that popped up that looked like this mystery cube that came out of nowhere inside the toy niche. So as I explained to everyone on the actual webinar, it looked like a pretty good product to potentially source. Of course, some of the things that I was a little worried about were it seemed like everybody has the same model. They are just different colors, but in reality, they're the same thing. So if you source this would be more of a short-term play to make some quick money, because at some point, you're probably going to have a problem with some Chinese seller jumping on this actual listing because of the fact that they're very easy to replicate. The other thing that I pointed out to people is that realistically, the guys that are in the top spot, they're selling this thing for $2. Now, number 5 is at $2.99. However, upon further investigation, another thing that I immediately noticed is really the fact that these cubes were shipping out of China. So that could be a positive thing for us because, see, one of the main reasons that people use Amazon Prime is because they want their things within 2 days. So I personally, if I was going to buy a fidget cube, I would not be good with waiting 15 to 30 days. I would want to pay more, even as much as like $15 just to get it in 2 days. So that could definitely be a big advantage if you went in the market. So I pretty much said, this looks great. I would give it a thumbs up. And so I went off the webinar and started, a couple people started to message me. I even told them, don't take this idea. Go out there and look for your own. There's thousands of ideas like this. And as you guys would guess it, a lot of people aren't original enough, or they don't want to work too hard for themselves and find other ideas out there. So I was bombarded with emails and messages about this cube. Again, I warned people not to do it. And now today, not necessarily today, it was actually a couple weeks ago, I was at a mastermind, and guess what happened? I finally found out what the actual story behind the fidget cube is. So this article here on CNBC talks about a 24-year-old kid that made $350,000 in 2 months by beating Kickstarters to the market. And guys, you'll never guess what he's actually selling. It's this fidget cube. So the mystery fidget cube, it's basically coming off of Kickstarter, where Kickstarter, someone had some kind of Kickstarter that broke and shattered records, and as you could imagine, it's basically this fidget cube. And so what this guy did is he put this fidget cube up on Facebook. He sold almost $500,000 worth. Who knows what he sold by this point, by beating the Kickstarter people to the market with this product via Alibaba or other sources. So this is basically a strategy that people are using right now, and that's they're grabbing ideas off of Kickstarter and then using their sourcing connections to get these out of China and beating them to the market, already selling, in some cases, $500,000, as you could see, potentially even more, and making that money before these guys have any type of patent or anything like that. And it's really interesting. I suggest you guys listen to the interview, as the guy says he doesn't feel he's doing anything wrong. He's just beating him to the market. and he understands at some point he might get screwed by being stuck with a lot of fidget cubes once their patent, if a patent is actually being created, goes through. So again, another almost ingenious way of actually making a quick buck. But my question to you guys is, a lot of you guys that are on my weekly webinars know that I've been talking about this cube for the longest time. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you guys think that this guy is unethical? Do you think he's a douchebag? Or do you think he's a genius? And tell me why. I'm interested to see what your feedback is. And that's pretty much it for this video, but I just wanted to show you guys that. Again, if you want to see how I actually send traffic to my Amazon listings and manage to get them all ranked on page 1, then I encourage you guys to sign up to my list below. Head down to our URL, and I will see you guys in the next video.